say hello there. I'm not gonna sit there and be all like.
You don't start it like that. Okay. Hi, Cassie and Alex, deputy at DeputyTribe.
No, correction. It's Alex and Cassie, not Cassie. Oh yeah, I suppose that's cool. All right, go ahead.
Hi, Alex and Cassie, deputy at DeputyTribe.com. This is our 10th year of marriage. And in honor of our 10th year, we wanted to share with you guys 10 things that we practice in our marriage that has made us We're still together!
We're still together, obviously, so something must be going on right? Outside of the normal, praying and reading the Word together, there are some practical things that husband and wife should be doing, and things that can help, keep the marriage flowing well. So with that, we can start. The first thing is, we tell each other everything. Open and honest.
Since we were courting.
The very first time I even shared my intention with your father and I got his okay and we started talking, you knew everything about me.
Yeah.
I told you everything, all the dirt, all the crazy past, all the sinful habit that I had. Because I didn't want anything to come back.
Come up later.
Yeah. So I wanted my wife to know exactly what she was getting into before she married me,
And I think because we started our relationship like that, it's easier to still do that now. Like, any temptation or any thought or any, anything, we tell each other. And it's not ever, it's uncomfortable because you don't want your spouse to know those things about you because you think, they're not going to love me anymore. They're going to be mad at me. But that's never the case. Usually it deepens your love for each other.
And we just got to remind that the Bible says perfect love casts out fear. And as long as both of us are keeping our eyes on Jesus, we know that we will still be together, but just practicing that open and honesty within our marriage has definitely helped us, to keep going.
So number two, date night. And we've done this pretty much our whole marriage.
Yep.
We used to have date night once a week. Now it's about every other week, depending on what our schedule looks like, but this is very important because you need time dedicated to just the two of you.
Yep.
So even if we can't go out, like if our kids are sick or we can't find a sitter, we will have a date in and we send all the kids upstairs and they're not allowed to come down. And he'll pick up Mexican food from this little restaurant down here and we'll watch a movie or we'll talk or whatever. But it doesn't have to even be expensive. Like there's times we've gone out, got a cup of coffee and walked around a lake or even eaten dinner at home and then just gone out and sat down and talked.
Yep.
Once we went to the library and I don't know what we did, sat and talked or whatever, but yeah, having that consistency, and it's not always regular. There's been like times where it's been like a month. And it gives like a homeschool stay-at-home mom something to look forward to and get dressed up for and like put makeup on for. So that's nice.
And this is very important because it's so easy for us to get into the business of life, for us to be busy about work, ministry, or school, or just the kids or whatever. But you guys have to understand, your kids will grow up and they will leave you.
Right.
And when they leave, you are with this stranger that you've been with for X's amount of years. That's not how That's not how it should be.
Because people change. I mean,
Yes.
the more, just because you're married,
Yeah.
I mean, you grow up, you know, and you
Yeah.
change, and your likes change, and your habits change. And if you're not changing together
Yes.
and sharing that time together, you're going to change into different people, you know, and you're not going to even recognize each other. I mean, we've received counsel from others, and that's what they said had happened,
Right.
you know, so that's something that we set up as a safeguard so that we don't
Yep.
become different people apart from each other.
Number 3 is, so when I get home from work, I take over. Because my wife stays at home with the kids all day, and she needs a break sometimes.
Well, my patience.
Majority of the time, her
My
patience runs out, and she needs a break. So, as a husband, doing that helps a lot. You know, like when I come home, I tend to just take over everything, whether it's cooking.
Well, you don't always cook.
Well,
Once in a while,
once
you
in
take
a while
over.
I cook.
But discipline.
Discipline,
Like
definitely
of the
discipline.
kids,
Yeah.
like the child training,
Yeah.
and you know, he always tells the kids when they come to me and ask me, "Oh, can I have a snack?" He'll say, "Hey, Daddy's home.
Right.
You ask Daddy now.
Yep.
Daddy, can I have a snack? Daddy, can I go outside?" You know, if something happens, he will take care of it, and he'll get up and it's a sacrifice on his part because at the end of the day, he's tired. You know, but we're both tired.
Sure.
But yeah. He gets a lot more time alone and time away than I do during the day, so it's good. And I think people always ask how I can handle having so many kids and being at home with them, and really that's why. Because I know when he comes home, you know, he'll take over from there. So which takes us to number 4.
You know, actually, that's number 5.
What?
Remember, I messed the numbers up.
So what? We're on number 5.
Number 5 now.
We don't know what.
We don't know what number, but number 5. So number 5 is
Okay, let's wait. 1 was tell each other everything. 2 was date night.
talk to each other.
3 was no, we didn't
Yeah.
talk about that one. You missed that
Oh,
one.
I did.
Okay, so I thought so. So that was number 3. Number 4 is he always gives me time to myself. So what we set up recently this year was every Tuesday night, when he comes home, I get to take off and I can go get coffee and I can sit at a coffee house and I can work on our blog, I can work on reviews, I can work on all sorts of things. I can meet up with my sister, we can go for a walk. On Tuesday nights is our women's Bible study, so I kind of, before that, spend time by myself. I can go shopping, I can go thrift storing, I can do whatever. Usually I'll get a snack and coffee or something and then head to women's Bible study after that. So that's really nice. And then another thing we've done recently is I now do grocery shopping alone, which is also really nice because it takes me like a fraction of the time. And all of us
Trying to get 6
trucking
people,
through.
6 kids.
Man. So number 5.
Number 5 is we talk and text throughout the day. We always keep that communication open. So whenever she has to tell me something or just whatever's happening, she is free to just text me or call me and just let me know. So I usually have my phone with me, on me at all times. So in case she calls, I'm consistently picking it up and making sure.
And he knows texts aren't emergency, but if I call,
Yep.
I would say 9 out of 10 times
It's
he'll
emergency.
answer.
Yep.
Even if it's not an emergency. That's something that we've done our whole marriage. If I call, he'll answer. So usually he's never had a job where he was seriously unable to answer. And I usually try not to call unless it's something that, we absolutely need to talk about. So now we're on number 6.
So number 6 is so.
Oh, this is a good one.
Yes.
This is
So, especially for you stay-at-home moms, you would understand this. Just having a single income family, sometimes things can be, tight or whatever. But one of the ways to help alleviate that is that whenever I get something, my wife gets it. My wife my wife will get the equal amount. So let's say I spend $100 on myself. Cassie is getting $100, and she can spend it on whatever she wants.
But it's small stuff too.
Yeah.
Like if he goes and eats McDonald's, he'll usually call and say, do you want something? Because I'm gonna get something.
Yep.
So I will also get something. But it works with time too, because if he, like the other day, he spent how many hours trying to sell that car?
Probably like
2.5 hours.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours.
And so he made not a lot of money, but I got a portion of it because it took so much out of our day. So I got a cut of that. Or if he goes and does a side job and makes a couple $100, I get a portion of that. So it kind of is nice. Like if he ever works overtime, I get a portion of that because it's taking away from him being here. So then he really tries to bless me for that. And it makes it easier for me to want to let him go work because I know I'm going to get a chunk of change too,
Why not? Yeah.
I mean, we can all sacrifice for our family, and we do that a lot.
And
I mean, we do that a lot.
And that's
But
the reward you get.
But
for
if I get
sacrificing.
something like that, it motivates me to be like, yeah, you can go work extra overtime because I need some new clothes,
Yep.
So I know it's not all going to bills or it's not all going to
Yep.
something.
Number 7. So we joke and talk a lot. We like being around each other, and that's just one of the things. Like we talk a lot and we joke a lot, and we are really comfortable around each other, and that's just
Maybe
how
two
it is.
of them.
Yes.
And we make fun of our kids a lot. Maybe that makes us bad parents, but
Just a little bit.
at least we enjoy
It together. So if you guys want to scratch that one, feel free. But
No, it's fun. I think that's something that a lot of couples lack is that humor.
Yeah.
Like being able to joke with each other and laugh at the complete chaos and the misery that you walk through, and those little tics that irritate you about your spouse, and you could joke around about those things. And
like my stuttering problem.
like when he gets really upset and we argue and he's mad and he like stutters while he's mad and trying to
Nothing like me once.
raise his voice at me, and I sit there and
That happened once.
oh, it's so funny. Yeah, there's a
All right.
or like once he was playing with the kids and they thought they were sneaking up on him from behind, and so they ran full charge and he just whoop, and they flew and hit the ground and they got hurt, and we were sitting there laughing so hard we couldn't even help them. But yeah, you gotta have fun. You gotta have fun in your marriage. You really do. You gotta laugh at each other. You gotta laugh at what's going on around you. You gotta have inside jokes. You gotta.
Next one is.
Number 8 now. What the heck does that say?
It says the one couple you tell everything to.
Okay,
Issues.
so when we first got married, we had my blister popped.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah, this can rub it in.
Are you gonna take that part out?
What? No, I'm just gonna let it be.
No, I mean from the video.
Oh,
Edit
maybe.
that. No,
Mhm.
just leave it. It's just that. Yeah. You get the whole
My
thing.
blister just popped. See, we're comfortable. Okay, so when we first got married, it was our best man and maid of honor, and we have always had a couple that we can tell everything to if need be. So if we're going through a really hard time in our marriage, there's that special stuff that you keep between each other. You don't go telling everybody what a crappy husband he's being and what a ornery wife she's being. You don't go tell everybody that because you respect each other and you want to present each other in a way that's positive.
Yeah.
But we've always had that couple where we agree. Like right now, it's my best friend and her husband.
Yeah, and they
We don't
want
really have a lot of problems anymore.
no.
But when we do, that's who we go to. And so we know that if I'm dealing with something between us, I have that person that I can go be honest with and tell them exactly what's going on. And that couple that we pick is one that will tell us the truth. I'll never forget in our 3rd year of marriage or something like that, I went to my maid of honor and I told her what was going on, and we actually went to their house. We sat down and talked about all the things we were facing in our marriage, and they totally turned to me and said, no, the problem's you. Your expectations on this man are too much. And I was floored. I thought for sure they were going to be like, yeah, Alex, get your act together. But they didn't. And so that couple that you pick needs to be one that'll tell you the truth and that will tell you, quit being a selfish idiot and slap you upside your head and send you back to your spouse.
And number nine, it says, I really need to write better. This is ridiculous.
Serious?
It says, so we support each other in all of our ideas we have.
Okay.
So listen up. So
and this man's a dreamer.
I am a dreamer and she is a doer. So I have a lot of ideas. That I'm always planning. She has.
You know, we're both pretty visionary.
Yes, we are.
We are.
So the issue with us is that we tend to just go for these things.
We go for
it. And then sometimes we have to be real back in. And
yeah, that's true.
And that's what we do. We support each other in all of our ideas, no matter how impossible or crazy it might seem.
Yeah.
We are just those couples, or that couple that just go for it. Yeah, go for it. Why not?
We do go for it. And we typically are like-minded in most of the things we decide.
Yes.
You know, I think I probably have a harder time coming alongside your ideas. Like, you know, when he wanted to go to school to be an HVAC, I was like, really? You should become a state trooper. I think that's much cooler.
You want to become a cop?
Yeah, a cop. Well, not a city cop, because then I'd be scared you would never come home.
But you thought it was hot.
It was hot. But the state trooper uniform is not hot.
Right.
So that's where I was like, But state trooper in my mind would be safer. So anyways, he decided to go to school for HVAC, and I was like, all right, supported him 100%. Never complained about it, you know, nothing. And I'm thankful now. Then he wanted to, like, buy a house, and I never wanted to own a house. I was like vagabond hippie girl that would live in a car. I never wanted to own property and never be able to move. Like, seriously, that was hard. But he wanted to buy a house, so we bought a house, and I'm glad we did. So now he, like, wants to build us a house from the ground up with his own plans. And, like, have a hobby farm, which I'm on board for the hobby farm, but I don't know about building this house. But if that's what he wants to do, we'll go for it. We'll just do it, you know?
Yep. It's got plans.
But every day I have, like, 1,000 ideas.
Yeah.
I do.
You do.
I do. I have a lot of ideas.
She does. You do.
And he supports me. He knows most of them will, you know, run their course and fizzle away.
Or I just say, hey, babe.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
But let's
get back to reality.
Yeah.
No, I talk wrong.
But you do it gracefully. You do it in a way where it's not like squashing my really cool ideas.
Yep.
That's good. Number 10.
Yeah, just one of the simple, just one of the things is I will let her know the plan. My wife is a planner.
I'm a big planner.
She has our whole life plan.
No, I don't have a whole life plan.
She have our day plan.
She's
very good at planning and very good at organizing.
Yes.
So for her, the security is knowing the plan. So me as a husband, for me to help keep that flow going smoothly, tell her the plan so she knows exactly what's going to happen. And she likes that, and it makes our family flow a lot smoother, and because of that, we can do a lot more than we ever could. Because we have a plan, we know we have intentions, we have purpose, and there's meaning behind it because we know. Yeah. And for that, we are always prepared for whatever happens. And there's times where I switch the plan because something
and the plans
more immediate,
can change.
Right, something comes up.
But communication is key. Mm-hmm. If the plans change, you may know it up here, and you're going through all this stuff in your head, and I can tell something's wrong. Mm-hmm. And just a simple, hey, this came up, this is what we're going to do. Done. Taken care of, instead of functioning a certain way, and then all of a sudden no one knows what the plan is. Yep. So, I don't know. You gotta have a plan when you have like a million kids
Yeah.
and you do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta have a plan, or it's like that proverb where
Without
vision, the people perish.
Yep.
You know. So yeah, so those are the 10 things in our 10th year of marriage that we have implemented that I like. I think they're unique. They're probably not all unique, but.
And every couple is probably gonna have something different. But the key is talking about communication.
It is
You
communication.
sit and you talk, and at the end of the day, we try to talk about the great things that we can improve on, stuff that we can work on. So it just
And we watch a show.
And you watch a show together because
Because I like to watch a show at night. I like to turn my brain off.
Well, I'd like to watch a show, and that's the time that we get at night. From all the work that she's done all day. I mean, she does a lot more than me. She stays at home to take care of these kids. I just happen to go to work.
I know. I would trade some.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yes.
Saying earlier, having a plan. Like, there's nothing that gives a woman more strength and stability than a man who's willing to make decisions. And even if they're unfavorable, even if, like, us women are strange people. Like, we will disagree with your plan simply because in Genesis it talks about how the woman has a desire to rule over her husband. But in the same token, the respect that a man gains when he makes a decision and sticks to it, even if it's unpopular, right? But not in a rude macho way, in a way where he can sit down and be like, you know what, I hear you, I hear your concerns, but I think this is the way that, the Lord's leading me, and I think this is the way we need to go, so this is the way we're going to go, okay? And, whether whatever, that is a huge, huge, huge thing that will change your entire family structure. If a man can do that and speak clearly and do it lovingly and then stick his guns, not weary when she nags and tries to change your plan, change your idea. If he can just say, nope, this is what we're doing, then you will notice a big change.
I would say the opposite of that. Well, not the opposite of what she said, but I would say is that there is nothing better than a wife that is willing to submit and support her husband.
But what does that look like?
That gives him such a huge confidence that he has that boost that he cannot and will not fail. Because he knows that the closest person to him supports him and has his back. And that will encourage them to do even more.
Yeah.
And just want to continue to serve and continue to do things. So the house, just get in the house. And my wife wasn't exactly sure about it, about how everything was played, but she knew that it was important to me, and she supported it, and that literally came to pass. And then,
supported mean I no longer complained about not wanting to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I assisted in the search, and I decided, well, if this is the way we're going, I'm at least going to have some input and pick a good one,
And joyfully. She did it joyfully.
Yep.
She did not begrudgingly do it.
Right.
She total change of attitude.
Yeah.
And she bought into it. And then also school. It was 2 years of her sacrificing, 2.5 of not seeing me. So it was rough on us, but she made the best of it.
Yeah.
She made
and it wasn't even what I would have chose for him to do,
right.
And, yeah.
So, well, that's it.
That's
all
it.
We got. So, once again, just let us know other topics you guys would be interested in.
Yes, please comment below.
Comment below.
Tell us what you think, what other questions you have. Go to deputytribe.com and subscribe to our email list. We send out monthly email about different things that we've written about or talked about or whatever.
Or our adventure of this
Or
month.
our adventure. Oh my heavens.
Yes.
Every month it's an adventure here.
So
yeah, check us out on Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube. That's it. I don't care about those other Twitties and
yeah,
what is the other one? Instacart.
I don't know. I don't know.
So,
Outside of Facebook, I really don't. And outside of my wife's, outside of our email, not email,
we have an email.
you know, our deputy tribe. What was I going to
Our
say?
website.
Our website. That's what you call. See, that proved that I'm not tech savvy.
Not tech savvy.
No. It is about 10 o'clock at night, so my wife is yawning because we're
I'm
tired.
exhausted.
Yes. So we'll see you later.
Good night.